Muslims are not a race. Islam is not a race. Islam is a religion. Islam is an ideology. There is nothing racist about criticizing an ideology. If there was anything racist about it, that would make all Democrats racist towards all Republicans. It makes no sense to try to dismiss a critic of Islam as racist in an attempt to silence them or their criticism. It's particularly disgusting when non-Muslims who favor political correctness over logic and reason make these accusations. But of course, nobody ever makes this argument in defense of Christianity. I guess that's because there are Arab Christians, white Christians, black Christians, Asian Christians, Hispanic Christians, and Christians of all other ethnicities, so the defense wouldn't work. But why do the morons who so readily play the race card in defense of Islam fail to realize that there are not just Arab Muslims, but also white Muslims, black Muslims, Asian Muslims, Hispanic Muslims, and Muslims of all ethnicities? Why do they assume that all Muslims are a single race? Is it because they're racist? Maybe it's simply because Islam is considered a minority religion. But Islam is the second largest religion in the world. It's only a minority religion in Western countries, which is, of course, where the privileged cretins who make such arguments live. Perhaps some people just like to feel like they're the good guys by standing up for the rights of others to circumcise freedom of speech and kill people for making cartoons and movies about their religion. These people preach about diversity, which is all fine and dandy, but they fail to realize that diversity is the opposite of unity. A house divided cannot stand, and our house is being divided by people who are unwilling to say no to those who want to import Sharia into our countries and segregate themselves. But they don't feel bad about it because they are just oh so tolerant. Look at me, I'm not racist at all. It's all about feeling good rather than actually doing good. When faced with an ideology that persecutes women, homosexuals, and non-Muslims, and wishes to import laws that recommend stoning for adultery and apostasy, the most moral thing we can do is oppose it. The most selfish thing you can possibly do is permit it for the sake of being able to show off just how not racist you are. People who are willing to allow the import of Sharia just so they can feel like heroes are conducive to slavery, the persecution of women and homosexuals, and abject brutality and barbarism. The most evil people in the world don't realize that they're evil. On the contrary, they often believe what they're doing is good for everyone. But the road to hell is paved with good intentions, or in this case, burning flags. Do I believe that all Muslims should be deported or persecuted in any way? No, of course not. But I do strongly believe that they should be made to live by Western laws when they live in Western countries, and no government should make any kind of cowardly concession toward those who want to live by their own rules. I see no reason why we should tolerate the intolerance and scorn so many of these people who act for our values and way of life, especially when their values are demonstrably inferior. If valuing freedom of speech and the rights of my female and gay friends and family is racist, then I guess I'm a racist. At least that's better than being a propagator of slavery.